Have you ever thought about why, out of every spot on Earth, your cat chooses your bed and settles right next to your heart, like it's guarding a secret? Why does this creature, guided by old instincts, a being of quietness and shadow, come back to your side every single night as if it remembers something you stopped remembering a long time ago? What if I told you your cat isn't just sleeping, but watching? That it's not simply taking a break, but guarding, guiding, and talking to you in ways that science cannot fully explain. There are times in life when something ordinary holds a remarkable truth. A cat's soft presence next to you at night might seem minor, but in many spiritual beliefs, from old Egyptian tombs to Japanese folk stories, this action has been seen as a holy sign, a doorway between this world and the one we cannot see. If you wake up next to your cat and don't know why it picked you, maybe it's time you paid attention. Because tonight might be more than just another night. It could be a message from something much older than both of you. Now let's look at the 7 hidden reasons behind this quiet habit. The first one will change how you view your cat and yourself forever. 7 meanings when your cat sleeps next to you. There is something strangely sacred about how a cat chooses where to lay its body. It could pick anywhere, on soft pillows, on chairs, or on window ledges in the sun. And yet, it picks you. Specifically, your bed, your body, your heartbeat. It curls up in the bend of your knees, stretches across your chest, or places its delicate paws right over your heart. Why? The answer is more than just comfort. It is connection. And beneath that gentle rumbling sound lies a whole universe of unspoken meaning. Trust beyond words. When your cat sleeps with you, it is making one of the deepest signs of trust in the animal world. Unlike animals that live in groups and rely on others for safety, cats are naturally solo hunters. In the wild, sleep is the most risky state. One wrong move could cost them their life. Oh, if your cat decides to let down its guard beside you, settling into that space between dreaming and waking, it sees your presence as more than a friend. You are its protector, its anchor, perhaps even its reflection. Science also points gently toward this secret. Oxytocin, the hormone for connection and feeling safe, increases in both people and cats during close skin contact. When your cat puts its paw on your hand or rubs its face against your cheek before sleeping, it is not just being sweet. It is showing, through chemicals, that it belongs with you. A quiet song of belonging plays out in those calm, nighttime moments. You could say your bed has become a sacred place of love between 2 different types of beings. 2. The guiding friend. Carl Jung wrote a lot about animals that show up in dreams as guides. He called them links to the deeper self, pictures of traits we have lost or forgotten. From this view, your cat is more than a pet. It's a guiding friend, the healer, the shadow walker, the watcher of doorways. Lying next to a person while they sleep is not a small thing. It means becoming whole. Your cat, with its quiet understanding and sharp eyes, may be acting as a guide through your inner maze. When you sleep, the thinking mind goes away and the deeper, hidden mind comes forward. And your cat, that mysterious watcher of the night, stands guard by your side, perhaps helping you go into deeper parts of yourself. 3. The sleep helper. You might know that our sleep has stages: light sleep, deep sleep, and REM, where dreams happen and memories are formed. But REM is also where old hurts come up and emotional troubles need to be dealt with. Interestingly, studies have shown that sleeping near a trusted pet can improve how well you sleep. The soft, low sound of a cat's purr, usually between 25 and 150 hertz, has been connected to less swelling, less stress, and even bone repair in both cats and humans. When your cat lies on your chest, it might be more than just looking for warmth. Its purr may be tuning your body's system to a calmer level, one that encourages rest, healing, and clear thinking. In spiritual terms, you are not just sleeping. You are entering a shared space of vibrational repair. 4. Where it lies matters more than its sound. Pay close attention to where your cat sleeps. The body, like all signs, tells stories. A cat tucked into your chest may be protecting your heart, guarding your emotional center. If it sleeps curled near your head, it may be connecting with your highest spiritual point, the place of insight and spiritual opening. When it drapes itself across your legs, perhaps it is keeping you grounded, reminding you that even when you are still, you are supported. There is a quiet poetry in how cats act. Nothing is by chance, everything is chosen. Energetic check and intuition. Have you ever noticed that your cat seems to lie exactly on the spot where you feel pain, even before you are fully aware of it yourself? A cat's intuition is not just a belief. Cats have a strong sensitivity to electric fields and body heat. In healing circles, they are said to check human energy and settle near places to bring back balance. For example, when Sarah, a retired nurse in her 60s, started having strange chest pains, her old cat, Luna, began sleeping only by her left side. A week later, Sarah found out she had an early heart rhythm issue. Whether it's luck or something deeper, she now sees Luna's action as a quiet hint that goes beyond simple thinking. 6. The connection beyond speech. Your cat sleeping with you is not just a habit. It is a nightly ceremony, a repeated act of belonging. In a world where words often let us down, where loneliness hides behind smiles, the quiet friendship of a cat becomes very deep. It is an unsaid promise. I see you, I trust you, I am with you. For the person who has lost a loved one, for the soul recovering from heartbreak, for the dreamer looking for purpose, this simple act of sleep becomes a source of stability, warmth, and grace. A symbol of sacred friend. In spiritual beliefs, cats are known as familiars, spiritual helpers that go with wise people, mystics, and seekers on their journey through the dark. To have a cat choose to rest beside you every night may be the universe's reminder that you are not walking this path alone. That healing, even if slow, is already happening. Sometimes the divine does not speak in loud noises or bright visions. Sometimes it curls up quietly beside you, purring into your ribs, reminding you without words that you are loved, safe, and watched over. But what if your cat's silent sleep holds even more than trust and healing? What if it is bringing messages, not from simple instinct, but from the invisible world itself? Let's explore the deeper spiritual meanings behind why your cat sleeps with you and what your soul might need to hear. 5 spiritual messages your cat may be giving you through sleep. Not all messages arrive in words. Some flow into our lives in the stillness of night, in the warmth of a small sleeping body against ours. When your cat sleeps beside you, it may be offering more than just love or heat. It may be sending a message, one that goes beyond type, speech, and logic. In many spiritual teachings, animals, especially cats, are seen as messengers between worlds. Their presence during sleep, when the barrier between the physical and spiritual is thinner, takes on a nearly holy importance. Let's look at the 5 spiritual messages your cat might be whispering to your soul through its quiet sleep. 1. You are protected. When your cat chooses to rest near you at night, especially on your chest or back, it may be acting as a spiritual guard. Cats have long been thought of as protectors of unseen places. In ancient Egypt, they were not just pets. They were protectors of homes, spiritual borders, and even the world of the dead. A resting cat is never fully unaware. Its ears twitch, its whiskers move, its body lies still, but its presence creates an energetic shield. In secret teachings, cats are believed to take in and clean out bad energy when they sleep near you, especially after a day full of strong feelings. They may be doing spiritual cleaning, removing traces from your aura that you cannot see but can feel: worry, tiredness, sadness. If you have ever gone to bed restless but woke up calm with your cat still beside you, that change might not be luck. It might be part of the protection it gives. 2. You are not alone. While science offers little reason, the heart knows better. Many believe that cats can act as vessels for the presence of ancestors or souls that have returned. When your cat starts sleeping next to you after a great loss, it might not be random. In spirit animal teachings, the cat often appears during times of loneliness or confusion. Not just to comfort, but to bring a soul back into your life. Perhaps not completely, perhaps not forever, but just enough to say you are still loved. Miss Clara, an elderly librarian, lost her daughter to sickness. Weeks later, a stray kitten appeared on her porch. It refused to leave. It slept on the exact side of the bed her daughter used to sleep on every night. To Clara, it wasn't just a chance happening. It was a meeting again. It was healing. You are being asked to look inside. Carl Jung taught that animals in dreams stand for the hidden parts of ourselves. When a cat joins you in sleep, it may not be a messenger from the outside, but a piece of your own hidden self coming forward, asking to be known. A cat's intuition stands for mystery, self-reflection, and soft, womanly energy. Their quiet presence at night might be a spiritual invitation to go inward, to listen, to pay attention to what your thinking mind ignores. When your cat begins sleeping closer than usual, maybe after you have made a big life choice or started a spiritual practice, think about the chance that your deeper self is calling out, asking for balance or rest. Perhaps your soul is whispering through your cat, "Slow down. There's something here you are meant to feel." Your home is becoming sacred. Cats do not stay in places with messy energy. They are drawn to quietness, subtle frequencies, and harmony. If your cat has recently started sleeping next to you, or has moved from sleeping elsewhere to joining your bed, it may show a spiritual change within your space or in you. Some spiritual teachers say that cats arrive when the energy of a space becomes good for healing. That is, when you start to create peace within yourself through writing, prayer, routine, or letting go. Your cat starts to stay beside you, almost as a sign of recognition. It is not just lying in your bed, it is seeing your bed as an altar, a holy place where healing happens, where the divine touches the everyday. The spirit world is listening. There are nights when a cat's sleep feels like more than rest. It curls up almost in a trance. It lines up its back with yours. Its breathing matches yours. In these moments, many mystics believe the cat becomes a path for energy flowing not from you, but toward you. That the unseen world, sensing your deep desire, sends comfort not as a crash of thunder, but as a heartbeat next to yours. If you wake up in the night with your cat watching you, calm, alert, eyes glowing, it may not be by chance. Some say those are the hours when the spirit world is closest, when prayers, spoken or not, are heard, and your cat, it becomes the witness, the keeper of those quiet exchanges. Sometimes we ask for signs. We pray for clarity. We long for a feeling of connection. But the answer does not come in bright lights or spoken words. It comes in the rhythm of a purr against your chest, in the quiet warmth beside your back, and the feeling that something is watching over you without needing to explain why. But what happens when that presence goes away? What if the cat that once curled beside you suddenly goes back into the shadows? Could absence carry its own message? In the next part, we will look at what it truly means when your cat stops sleeping with you and how that change may be a reflection of your inner world. Why some cats suddenly stop sleeping with you and what it means. There is a certain kind of silence that comes after a cat's absence, not just in the room, but in the rhythm of your nights. You notice it first in the quiet, the space at your feet, the untouched corner of the blanket, the coldness where warmth used to be. When your cat, who was once dedicated to sleeping beside you, suddenly stops, something important is happening. It may not be your imagination. It may be a message, one that does not arrive with meows or scratches, but with distance. While we often celebrate the presence of our cat friends as a spiritual gift, we rarely stop to ask, what does it mean when they leave? In spiritual and energetic beliefs, the actions of animals are seen as a reflection of unseen powers, mirrors of our inner and outer worlds. And so, when a cat no longer settles against your chest at night, it may be pointing to changes that need your attention. A change in energy, not in love. Cats are incredibly sensitive to energy. Long before you speak, act, or even feel a change consciously, they sense it. Their bodies are tuned to vibration, tone, and emotional frequency. When your inner world becomes confusing through sadness, stress, anger, or spiritual lack of movement, your cat may respond not by fighting, but by moving away. This is not a punishment. It is a reflection. They are showing you what you might not yet admit, that something inside you has gone quiet or is out of balance. Look at Aaron, an artist who, after months of worry and feeling creatively drained, noticed that his cat Mira no longer joined him in bed. She slept by the window, far away, even though she once lay on his chest every night. At first, he felt rejected, but in time, he realized she was reacting to an emotional block he had been ignoring. When Aaron started meditating and painting again, not for success, but for the act of creation, Mira came back, not with a big show, but with the soft, sacred habit of curling up beside him, just like before. 2. You may be closing yourself off emotionally. In Carl Jung's thinking, animals and dreams stand for the instinctive self, the basic, intuitive, and emotionally honest parts of us that we often push away. When your cat slept with you, it may have meant that this instinctive self was welcome in your life. But if you have slowly shut that door, choosing thinking over feeling, control over letting go, the cat may reflect that boundary with actual space. In short, the cat leaves the bed when you leave your inner safe place. This does not mean you have done something wrong. It means you are being asked to pause, to ask, what am I no longer feeling? What pain have I hidden? What truth am I scared to face? 3. A call to reconnect with your spirit. In mystical traditions, cats are said to walk between worlds, living half in the physical, half in the unseen. When they move away from your side, it may show a spiritual disconnect. You may have moved away from practices that once brought you peace: writing, prayer, stillness, nature, wonder. The cat's absence becomes a wake-up call, not as punishment, but as an invitation. Return to yourself, return to your spirit. Sometimes your cat leaves not because they have changed, but because you have stopped listening to what they were showing you. The truth is, healing never happens in total comfort. Sometimes, distance is needed for clarity. A reaction to changes in the environment or energy. Your cat may also be reacting to something outside. New people in the home, arguments, even electric field changes from devices or machines. Cats are like gauges for a sacred space. If your home starts to shake with upset, quiet, or loud, they will look for safety elsewhere. Their absence can be a hint for you to in your space, not just physically, but energetically. Try lighting a candle with purpose. Play soft music. Speak gently. Invite stillness back. You may be surprised how quickly they return. A reflection of your life's rhythms. A cat's behavior follows rhythms, just like the moon, the body, the soul. Sometimes your cat's distance is not a sign of something wrong, but something changing. You may be starting a season of being alone, of transformation, or of personal growth. Your cat, tuned to that rhythm, gives you space not as rejection, but as respect. And when the rhythm is complete, their return becomes even more important. Your cat's absence is not the end of a connection. It is the beginning of a question, a sacred pause, a moment where the universe, through whiskers and paws, asks you to look at the sacred rhythm of your life. If their presence once felt like love, then their absence might be the shadow of love, the space where you are asked to choose love for yourself again. So take this moment not to worry, but to listen, to sit in the space and ask what it is trying to teach you. Your cat will return when your heart is ready to receive them, not just on the bed, but in the soul. If this message felt true to you, if you felt the mystery, the deep feeling, or the healing presence of a cat in your life, stop for a moment and reflect. What is your spirit asking of you right now? What truth are you ready to hold gently?